welcome back to Comcast Newsmakers. We're coming to you from South Sacramento and the Boys and Girls Club of Sacramento. I'm Steve Swat. Thank you very much for joining us. And my guest in this segment is Sergey Terebkov, who is the president of the Slavic American Chamber of Commerce in the Sacramento area.
Yes,
Thanks for being with us. This is another the first time you've been on our program.
Well, thank you, Steve. Yes, thank you for inviting me.
And I guess I think a lot of people may not realize that there is a growing and thriving Slavic American community in the Sacramento area, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's per capita, I believe we're number 2 in the country after New York City. So we have between 150 and 200,000 people of Slavic descent that are first-generation immigrants that come from Eastern Europe.
What makes Sacramento so popular?
It's a good question. I think it has something to do with the first wave of immigrants coming in 1980s and settling here, and then they invite their relatives and their family members. And Sacramento is a great place to live.
So what is your primary mission? I assume it's to assist the small businesses.
Yes.
And to make them improve, thrive, correct?
Sure. Well, our main mission is to promote positive environment for Slavic Americans in business, trade, government, and education. Of course, the main focus and the main goal of our chamber is to make sure that our membership is successful in their businesses, and not only within the Slavic community or Slavic American community, but also in the mainstream community.
What would you think is the greatest barrier to success that your members face?
I think, may I name more than one?
Sure.
I think lack of trust is a big one. Coming from a communist country, people don't trust government, they don't trust big corporations. They tended to do business among themselves or people from their own ethnic community. Not knowing resources would be another one. Mm-hmm. Not being aware of those resources.
Well, that's interesting because so many members of this community, therefore, are fairly insular, and they sort of stick together. But at the same time, for them to be more prosperous in terms of business, they need to reach out. They need to partner with other businesses
Absolutely.
to try to get some of those larger contracts, for example.
Absolutely.
And so they're going to have to change their way of thinking.
Absolutely. And what we do is we're working on building partnerships with various government and business entities such as SMART, PG&E, City of Sacramento, and I think we've been very successful doing that and helping our members to compete for contracts.
I know a lot of those organizations and governments that you talk about really do want to reach out to some small businesses and to a lot of the ethnic businesses, and yet a lot of the business owners aren't aware of those opportunities.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there's another side to it is that the business community in the so-called mainstream, I think there's a big market within the Slavic American community to sell their goods or services, and our chamber can be a bridging mainstream community with Slavic American community.
I would think that would be an important bridge because you hear so much about the bridge to the Pacific Rim, and yet this is one market that probably isn't being served.
It's not, yeah.
I know you also do some advocacy, like legislative advocacy and issue advocacy. What are some of the top issues that you're concerned about?
Well, we're trying to focus on creating a friendly environment for the small businesses, and this is our main focus. We do work very closely with NFIB, National Federation of Independent Businesses. We work very closely with our friends at California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We recently just signed MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with them in partnering on the legislative issues, but mainly to create friendly environment for small business owners.
And that cuts across all different ethnic lines. Right. All right. Well, we're out of time, but it's been great to have you here for your inaugural visit on Comcast Newsmakers. We'd like to have you back I know you do a lot of events and things
Absolutely.
like that. When you have a big event coming up, come on the program. We'll talk about it and see how you're doing.
Well, thank you very much, Steve.
All right, Sergey, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thanks to our viewers for watching Comcast Newsmakers. We hope to see you next time.